Good evening, everyone. On behalf of MS Club of Wellassa University, I warmly welcome you all to the very first session of .NET Learning Series running alongside the HackMS 26. Without taking much time, let me introduce our first guest speaker for today, Mr. Eranga Gamagedara and Associate Tech Lead at Random Software Ltd. We are honored to have you with us today. Now, I would like to hand over the session to Mr. Eranga Gamagedara.
Okay, thank you, Vinukshi, for the awesome introduction. Can I share my screen? Okay, guys, thank you for the introduction, Vinukshi. And here we are presenting today about the .NET. And actually, this session is have three parts, three major parts. I am the one who giving you the introduction for the .NET, and Dilhan will be presenting you the how practical session will be conducted, and we have the Q&A part at the end of the session. Right. Okay. Let's dive into the .NET. Right. First of all, I'm going to discuss about a little bit of history of the .NET. Actually, .NET is a platform which we can build web application, mobile applications, and desktop application, and for the cloud, like microservices, and for the application for IoT devices as well, like Raspberry Pi and Orange Pi, and there are a lot of single board computers out there. We can build apps for those as well. Right. Uh, in initial stage, the .NET framework is owned by Microsoft, and in 2002 to 2019, the name .NET framework is the one they are providing to build application for Windows only machines, right? Actually, .NET framework is only work with Windows, and they are focusing on mostly they are focusing on for the enterprises level applications, and the main thing is in that era is they are not giving any new updates and bug fixes immediately to the users which is using the Windows machines. That's the main drawbacks of that time with the .NET framework. And in 2016, Microsoft facing those issues, they are discussing about this internally, and they takes bit strategic decision for the .NET framework, because the problem is if in Sri Lanka we are mostly using Windows laptops and other machines, but when we go into the Western countries, most of the people are using the Macs, like Apple devices, right? Then if Microsoft keep the Windows only thing, the .NET framework, they can't build apps and they can't give services to those other platform. That's the main drawback they are facing in that time. To give a solution, they get this strategic decision. We have to open source this .NET framework, right? Then they are release this .NET framework uh, as a .NET Core with the name tag .NET Core to the community, right? That is the exactly which is developing .NET framework, and those code bases released to the general public. Like that, only they are not only releasing the .NET SDK, but they are releasing the source code of the CLR as well, right? Then that source repository you guys can access through the GitHub repository. It's already in there. And when .NET 5, when there is a .NET Core 1, 2, 3, and 4, after .NET Core 4, they name it as .NET 5. Then there are no .NET framework. In that time, there are no .NET Core. Then nowadays, we are only using the name .NET, right? In .NET 5, they are using the name .NET only, and they are started developing it. Nowadays, we have latest version as .NET 9, which is the LTS version, and there are so fast. It's so fast SDK, and they are widely used in industry, right? Okay, let's move to the next slide. Let's talk about the open source journey of .NET, right? And as I told in previous slide, in 2016 they decided to make this .NET open source with that compiler as well, the Rosen compiler. And after releasing it to the general public, it will it has fastly developed like runtimes, libraries, ASP.NET Core, Open .NET found .NET, and there are a lot of libraries built for .NET, and it's a rapid development of the .NET because everyone can contribute to it. And actually you guys can also contribute this. You guys can give a bug fixes or file a issue in a GitHub repository, and you guys can also fix the issues in there, or you can give a new features to .NET SDK as well, right? But they are created the thing called .NET Foundation. These guys are controlling the quality of the .NET SDK. If you guys are submitting a pull request, they are reviewing the pull request and merging into the if it is okay to package with the .NET SDK, right? And there are thousands of contributors globally nowadays, right? That's the open source journey of the .NET SDKs and compiler, right? Actually, when we are talking about the .NET support, there is a LTS version and non-LTS version in the .NET SDK. But when we talking about the community, you guys, I think the .NET is mainly pushing by the Microsoft. That is wrong, because Microsoft also there, and Microsoft internal developers also contributing to the building of the .NET SDK and giving new features to it. But also there are a couple of companies hard working to develop the .NET SDK as well. Those are the Google, AWS, JetBrains. That JetBrains is a big company which is providing better IDEs for other languages, and also Red Hat. These companies are giving uh, uh, their effort to build .NET as well. And these companies also uh, uh, having events with the .NET community. Those are listed in here: .NET Conference and .NET Build, and those two events are mainly scheduling by the Microsoft. And also we have local meetups like country level, and there are area level meetups as well, right? Okay. Let's talk about a little bit of the cross-language compatibility. This is the main feature of the .NET uh, for now, right? Actually, .NET has multiple languages. Mainly, we have C# and F# and VB.NET as well. Actually, VB.NET is a very old technology, not the technology, the language, because sometimes VB.NET we can't kick down, because there are plenty of application built with .NET, like air traffic controls, some kind of thing. Those need to be run entire era, right? Because of that, they can't remove this VB.NET. And the main thing is, if you are developing a solution for any company or any issue, and if you guys are the one guy is no C#, another guy is no F#, and another guy is no J#, or someone only know VB.NET, that's not a problem in this platform. If the guy A is working on with, he can work with the C# language, and another guy can work in the F# language, then they can communicate between the projects, right? Because these all the languages finally run on the one single CLR. That's the main thing we can highlight in the .NET, right? And that is these are the languages we can use in the .NET, and there are plenty of new languages out there, but these are the main languages we can use in the .NET, right? Okay. Okay, let's talk about little bit about the cross-platform. In that 2002, the Microsoft facing this issue, right? They only can run .NET framework in the Windows machines only. Now we have .NET and we can run anywhere in the entire system with the .NET, right? The open source .NET 1. Actually, we can run application on the Windows, Linux, Mac OS, because that mainly we are focusing on web application in with .NET, and the KSL server is we can install in there, and we can forward the ports with the another server as well. Like we are hosting the DLL files, I mean the compiled file in the Linux machine, and we have already the Apache server installed it. We can port forward the data into that KSL server as well. Then we can release in Linux machine. Right, Mac OS also as well. And the main thing is .NET is fully optimized for the containerization. And because they can hosted in the Docker containers as well, then they can scale the performance or descale the performance as they wish. And also, .NET is supporting the cloud platform, the popular cloud platform Azure, AWS, and GCP, the Google Cloud platform, and those three main platform are fully supported for the .NET nowadays. Then we can release our application for anywhere in the world. Right. Okay. Let little bit discuss about what we can do with the .NET. This is the small list. There are a lot of things we can do with the .NET, and mainly we are using .NET for the web application. Like we can write web application using MVC with the Razor pages, and there are new feature coming with the .NET is called Blazor. Blazor is something actually, I think you guys are familiar with the Angular. Angular has the reactive pages. Like when we click on a button, it will increase a number in the same page in real time. That's that kind of thing we can do with the Blazor, because Blazor is communicating rapidly with the backend and front end with the specific tunnel which is built by the web application. It's a very mind-blowing thing. You guys can try it. And also we can build APIs like REST APIs, minimal APIs, and also microservices, which is we can double click and run the API as we need it. And also we can write application for the mobile OSs like iOS and Android with the Maui framework. And also we have desktop application, and all but gold, the WPF is there, WinForm is there, and also we have the Maui for the desktop application with the .NET. And also we can write Azure functions because Azure is produced by Microsoft, but we also can write AWS function as well with the .NET, right? And next thing is IoT devices like Raspberry Pi, Orange Pi, and there are plenty of single board computers. We can write microservices, and we can write web application and run on there like a mini server, and those kind of thing we can write for the single board computers. And mainly we can access those pins on the main single board computer. There are plenty of supported libraries and SDKs for the .NET for now. When we move into the games development, you guys are definitely know about Unity. If you guys playing game in your mobile phone, if you guys see the Unity logo in that game, that means the game is developed by using Unity with the C#, right? These are the things we can do with only by using the .NET, right? Okay, next slide. Okay, let's talk about the performance of the .NET. There is a organization called Tech Empower, benchmarks. Those guys are benchmarking the frameworks and languages performance. Actually, they said .NET is faster than the Django, Laravel, and Rails, right? Actually, Node.js is super fast, and sometimes .NET can beat Node.js as well. And also they're saying Java, the .NET is less memory usage than Java, because Java is running on virtual machines in our computers. Then they are eating memory much, but .NET is running and using real performance in the machine, and it should not use a lot of memory. And let's discuss why this kind of performance can achieve by .NET, right? The main thing, because .NET is mainly using for the web services and web stuff, and there is a Kero server built in the SDK and the runtime as well. All the .NET developed web application are running top of the Castle web server. Castle web server is very optimized for performance, right? That's the main reason why this much performance can get with the .NET. And also just-in-time optimization is there. That means they are only creating the object if we need it, then they will dispose the object if we don't need it anymore. And that's the another thing. And there is a types like span, generic type called span. That span is so much memory efficient, and those kind of types are there. That's some one of the reason why the .NET is super fast, and also AOT in .NET starting from 8 and 9. And these are the things why .NET is faster than other languages. Okay, right. Okay, let's discuss how easy the environment setup in your local machine, right? The thing is, there is only one SDK, the application. You guys need to install Indian computer. You guys can search Google.NET SDK, then directly you can go to the site and download the SDK from there, the latest SDK, and just double click and install. If Linux, just apt-get install.net, right? When we type on those in Linux, or just install the SDK to the Windows machine, that's all. You are ready to go with the .NET. To verify if the .NET is successfully installed to your machine, you can just take the command prompt and type the .NET. When you type in .NET and press enter, if they show the README file or a error message or something in your command prompt, that means you guys can successfully set up your environment for .NET development, right? If just installing the SDK is not enough to, I mean that enough to do a little development, you guys need any of the IDEs, the integrated development environment, to um, give the language support to you guys. For that, we can use Visual Studio made by Microsoft, the old IDE, which we know, and also we can use VS Code. If you guys not familiar with those two, you guys can use the Notepad as well if you don't want to use any IDE, right? And there are optional some application we can use, like SQL Server, SQLite, or Postman, Thunder Client. If you are going to develop a web service with the database, then you have to install SQL Server, MySQL Server, whatever the DBMS you guys are targeting with your application. Or you guys are developing a API, we have to test the API, then we can use the REST client like Postman or Thunder client, right? That's how easy the environment setup. Okay, I think that's enough talking about the theories. Now let's move to the practical session. Actually, in here we are going to build a .NET web application, and we are trying to show you guys the to run this web application and test it in your browser. And also we are trying to show you guys how the project structure is arranged by the .NET SDK. And yeah, I will hand over my session to the Dilhan to continue the practical session. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Eranga. So, hope everyone can hear me. Can someone confirm, please?
Yeah, Dilhan, I can hear you clearly. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So I will share my screen first. Okay. So you guys can see my screen as well, right?
Yes, Dilhan, we can see your screen.
Okay, so hello guys, I'm Dilhan. So today I'm going to introduce some concepts and some techniques that we used in our industry. So you can use same thing in your applications and do some cool features. So first of all, I will demo my application, simple application. I called it as a expense tracker. So in here we have a simple UI with a simple table, and we have this add new expense button, and in this area we are going to create a pie chart. So let's add some expenses. So in here we can select the date. Let's add some records. Add some categories here and let's save it, and let's add a couple of more. You guys can see this what I'm adding the records. You can see these records in this table, and it will represent in this pie chart as well. So let's see our application first. In this demonstration, I'm going to use Visual Studio. So I will show how web application can create in Visual Studio. You're going to open Visual Studio. Then since we are going to create new solution, we can create a new solution here. And we are using C#, and we can select C# here. And we are going to create web application. So web is selected here, and we need to scroll a little bit. We have ASP.NET Core web app, and its model view controller, and we can select this. You can see this application will run on Linux, macOS, and Windows as well. It will show in here. Next, and we need to give a project name here, and also solution, and choose the location. Then I will keep the defaults, and you can select the framework version here. We have .NET 9, .NET 8, and other old frameworks, framework versions. And we just need to press the create button. So since I already have a web application, I will use that. So I will close this. Okay. So after creating the web application, we will get the folder structures similar like this. And let's explore the folder structure first. First of all, we have a program.cs file. This is the main entry point of the application. In this program.cs file, we can configure middlewares, routings, then services, and other authentication related things. And you can see I only have one controller, so I will put the default controller as a dashboard and default method as index. So then let's move to appsettings.json file. So in appsettings.json file, we can store the our connection string, environment variables. Then if we have a database connection, we can store database connection strings as well. So let's close those. And if we go to the controllers, in this controllers folder, we have a dashboard controller. The responsibility for controller is handling the incoming request. So this, if user put dashboard in our browser's address bar, that request will be handled by this dashboard controller. So this will accept the request, then process it, then return the output. That's the responsibility of controller. Then let's move to views. Since we have a dashboard controller, we have a dashboard folder here inside this views folder, and inside the dashboard folder we have index and dashboard partial. So when user enter the dashboard/index, this controller will search for CS/HTML file inside this solution, and it will render this index file. So this index.cshtml file contains the HTML content. So you can see these are HTML contents. You can see div tags and h2, h6 tags, small tags, likewise. But in here you cannot see that HTML tag and body tag kind of things. So where those things are lived in. So you can see in this third line, I mentioned it as layout _layout dashboard layout. So that means I'm saying application to use _layout in this index.cshtml file. So those layout file is lived in this shared folder. So now you can see the main HTML tag and head tag, then body tag and other required tags. So when user put dashboard/index in our address bar, this action will search index.cshtml file. Then CSHTML file has a layout file, separate layout file. This is this dashboard layout file. So this index.cshtml file will be rendered in this area, this render body section. So then it will show the whole HTML content in our browser. That's how it renders. Okay, so we discuss about views and also layout files. One thing is layout file is we can keep our common things, headers, nav bars, footers, and common scripts, common style sheet in this layout file. So we don't need to repeat the same things in each and every file. So the code will be look like clean. That's the main benefit. And then let's talk about models. In this models folder, I have expenses.cs class. And this is responsible for at the shape of the data, and this expense has these properties. So each and every expense has ID, description, amount, and other things. So it will be easy to have this kind of model to validate the data and maintain the data. So we discuss about controllers, models, and views. So that means MVC. So the benefit of the MVC architecture is separation of concern. So each and every file we separate into models, views, and controller. Then we give the responsibility for each and every file. So that's the MVC architecture. And here you can see interfaces, right? So if we go to interfaces, I have iexpenses.cs file. This is how we create the interface. And you guys can see this only contain the method definitions. Okay, so this will keep our code, high-level code, independent from the implementation and project more maintainable, since we are not providing any implementations here. If we go to dashboard controller, I will side by side so you can easily see it. So I initialize the iExpenses here, then use the methods in like this way. Okay, so but we don't have any implementation. So let's find where the implementation lives in. So in services file, services folder, I have in-memory expenses. Okay, in this in-memory expenses class, I am providing the implementation. You guys can see I'm extending this in-memory expenses class by iExpenses interface. Okay, so then I'm asking application to use this in-memory expenses in this dashboard controller by mentioning this line. So I will explain what is the actual benefit of using this. Since this is a demonstration only, we can rely on this in-memory application and in-memory implementation. Okay, so but in our real-world application, we have to store the data in somewhere else, like database, then or file, like kind of thing. So in that case, we can provide different implementation by using this concept. So all we need to do is just create a simple class. Let's name it as DB expenses. Edit. Then we need to extend it. Expenses. We'll import it. Then I will implement the interface. So in here, instead of using in-memory, we can provide database saving logic. You can use SQL, document database or relational database, or you can use file. Any kind of implementation you can give. Then we need to use this DB expenses class in this program.cs file. That's all. So in here onwards, it will use DB expenses class. So we didn't change any of this controller logic, and it will not going to break. We just change the implementation. So that's the benefit of implement interfaces and services. Okay. So then we have www root folder here. We use www root folder to store the static files. Let's say CSS files and JavaScript files, and also images. So we can use those static files in this www root folder. So we discuss about the folder structure. So let's check some code then. I will close these tabs. Expenses. I will open dashboard control and related views. Okay. So we have a index method here, and you guys can see I used viewBag.categories. So viewBag is dynamic and temporary thing to pass data from controller to view. So since it is dynamic, you can create any kind of a view bag, then assign the value and retrieve it in view file. So you can see I passed categories here, and in the left side, I retrieve the categories in this way. So, and also you can see I added C# content in HTML file as well. So that means that's called Razor syntax. So we with the help of Razor, we can add C# logics in HTML file. Okay, that's about view bag. So then in here we have a partial view. So partial view is a small reusable view component, and we can keep the uh, repetitive thing, I mean reusable codes in a partial view and render it anywhere we want. So in here, first I will ask my code to load dashboard partial and use model and also past model. So this will go into search any file named as dashboard partial, and you can see this is my dashboard partial CSS/HTML file, and this file content will be rendered in this area. And also I'm this dashboard partial view asking this kind of model. This is list of expenses model. So in here we are passing the list of expenses model as well. So that's called model binding. When we pass this model here and we retrieve in this partial view, then we are looping the list inside the table. Remember, when I add the expenses to the table, it will be listing the table inside. So that functionality was done by this part. Okay, that's about partial views, and let's move to our index file again. And yeah, I already used Bootstrap. If someone doesn't know about Bootstrap, Bootstrap is CSS framework, and it help us to design the UI quickly. And Bootstrap will going to provide pre-built components. This is the Bootstrap official site. You can see there are a bunch of components in their website. So we just need to use this component in our application. This is the application what with Bootstrap, and I will show without Bootstrap as well. See how ugly it is. Let's go to dashboard layout file, and I will comment the Bootstrap script here and run it. Okay, it's not talking. I will explain a little bit another concept. We have since I'm seeing an error page here. I need to deep dive the error. So I'm trying dashboard controller.cs. I will put breakpoint here. So now guys, you guys can see this execution was hold and in this line. So I can go line by line this way. Okay. You guys can see my category is also listed in here. This is the exception. Since I used this DB expenses previously. I mean, we changed it in our program CS like this way, but we didn't provide the implementation here. So it will throw the exception. So let's revert it back to use in-memory expenses. Then it should work. So you can use this breakpoint concept to fix your errors as well. I will remove this. Yeah, we were talking about the without Bootstrap and with Bootstrap. Now you can clearly see how the application without Bootstrap. So it's pretty ugly. So with the Bootstrap, I can get that pre-built buttons and other UI components. So it will make our life easier. Okay, that's all about Bootstrap. Then let's stop this. And you guys can remember I used to show a chart in, I mean, pie chart in my dashboard. So I used chart.js library to do that. Chart.js is a JavaScript framework, and it will going to provide us pre-built charts. So I will show the chart.js site. So this is the official chart.js site. So if you go to samples, we have different kind of charts here. So all we need to do is we need to add the related script. Then we need to add the code and provide the data. So it will going to create nice charts using our data. Then let's discuss about Ajax. So Ajax means asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So it allows us to reload the web page. Change the web page content without reloading the page. So you guys can remember my when I insert the record to expenses table, the web page is not refreshing. It's only changing the pie chart and that table. So that functionality was done by with the help of this Ajax part. So in here, this code is for my submit button function, and this is for the syntax of Ajax. So in here, I'm asking Ajax to navigate route the function to dashboard controller, and inside that in dashboard controller save function. And also this save function expects a parameter type of expense. So I serialize the form content and provide the data like this way. Then it will create a request, and this controller will process the request and then it add or update the expense and then return the partial view. So then this returning part was catched by this Ajax again, then change the whole web related required web page part. So I will demo it again. Let's save this and now since we are using in-memory implementation, we don't have any data. Let's add let's first fill the null here. Okay, before submitting the request, I will put a breakpoint here. Then I will save expense. You can see the execution was paused in this area. So you guys can see the incoming parameter will contain amount and our category, date, description as we inserted. Then it will go through the whole business logic, then return the partial view again. So I will remove this and then let's prove our web application is reloading or not. Let's add another record. See, our application is not reloading, but changing the required content. So that was done by with the help of Ajax. So those are the things I prepared. So you can use those techniques and concepts in your applications as well. So if we recap the things, we discussed the project structure and MVC architecture. Then we discuss about interfaces and services and dependency injection. Then we discuss about view bags, partial views, and also Bootstrap, then charges and Ajax. So yeah, that's all I prepared for demo today. So if you guys have any questions related to session, you can now ask. So thank you.
Mr. Eranga Gamagedara and
Sorry, Binakshi.
thank you, Mr. Eranga Gamagedara and
Yeah.
Mr. Dilhan Samansiri for that informative and engaging session. Now we will open the floor for brief Q&A session. If you have any question for either of our speakers, please feel free to place them now.
Excuse me. Can you hear me?
Am I audible, Binaki?
Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you.
Okay. So I have a question. Like I hope to apply for a .NET developer internship. So I want to know how much knowledge of data structures do I need to get for my internship?
Yeah, actually, it's you guys can hear me clearly, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, if you guys are planning to apply for a internship as a .NET developer, actually you have to get some kind of a basic knowledge how .NET is working and what we can do with the .NET. And also, actually, as I told, we are mainly focusing on .NET for the backend development, like web APIs and MEC application, and also for the microservices. And those kind of thing, we have to get some kind of a knowledge to build those application with your own. And yeah, actually, you can mainly focusing on web-based things. That's the most required thing in the internship as a .NET developer. Also, you need a basic knowledge of double OP concept and other stuff. Yeah. Got your answer, right?
Thank you, Aya.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
Question also, is knowledge of Azure important for .NET job?
Uh, Not specifically Azure, actually, any cloud, as I told in the session, the Azure, Google Cloud Platform, and AWS also, those all the cloud services are now supporting for the .NET. If you get specifically knowledge about the Azure, actually that is good, but you have to remember those all the cloud services are now supporting the for the .NET. But Azure is coming with the Microsoft side, and it's better if you can get a good knowledge with the Azure, because Azure is a bit expensive than some other services. The foreign companies are using the Azure, but most of the time, as my knowledge, they are using GCP or AWS in our Sri Lankan industry. Yeah. Got the answer, right?
Yes, thank you.
Any other questions? Like anything? We are here to help you.
Thank you for everyone. On behalf of the Academic 26 organizing team, I would like to express our heartfelt appreciation to Mr. Eranga for taking the time to share such valuable insights with us today. Your knowledge and guidance have truly added great value to this session. Thank you very much. We extend our sincere gratitude to Mr. Dilhan for delivering such an informative and engaging session. Your contribution has been extremely valuable to our participants, and we truly appreciate your time and effort. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite Asha to deliver the vote of thanks.
Am I audible, Binushe?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. A very good evening to all of you. First, thank you, Mr. Eranga Gamagedara, Associate Tech Lead at Random Software Ltd, and Mr. Dilhan, Associate Tech Lead, also from Random Software Ltd, for your insightful session today. Thank you for taking the time to be with us here today. I would also like to extend a very special thanks to the Random Software Ltd for supporting for our upcoming hackathon, Hack MS26, on behalf of the MS Club of Wellassa University. Finally, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of our attendees for being here, for your active participation, and for your enthusiasm throughout the session. Once again, thank you, Mr. Eranga and Mr. Dilhan, for being here and spending your valuable time with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Asha and Binakshi. Actually, we are pleasure to meet you guys, the future developers in our industry, and we will good luck you guys to for your future as well. Yeah, thank you very much.
The session has come to the end. As we conclude, remember that this is just a succession of our .NET series. Many more exciting sessions are coming up. So stay connected and join us throughout the series. Thank you for everyone and have a wonderful evening.